The Scotia Sea is a sea located at the northern edge of the Southern Ocean at its boundary with the South Atlantic Ocean. It is bounded on the west by the Drake Passage and on the north, east and south by the Scotia Arc, an undersea ridge and island arc systems supporting various islands. The sea sits atop the Scotia Plate. Location and description. The Scotia Sea is the area of water between the Drake Passage, Tierra del Fuego, South Georgia, the South Sandwich Islands, the South Orkney Islands and the Antarctic Peninsula. These island groups all sit atop the Scotia Arc, which frames the sea on the north, east, and south. The Scotia Sea covers an area of about 900,000 square kilometers. About half of the sea stands above the continental shelf. History. Named in about 1932 after the Scotia, the expedition ship used in these waters by the Scottish National Antarctic Expedition under William S. Bruce. The most famous traverse of this frigid sea was made in 1916 by Sir Ernest Shackleton and 5 others in the adapted lifeboat James Caird when they left Elephant Island and reached South Georgia 2 weeks later. In Argentina, the Scotia Sea is considered part of an area known as the Mar Argentino, and several territories claimed but not occupied by Argentina, such as South Georgia and the Falkland Islands, lie within this region. On the 20th of August 2006, an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 struck at 1:41 a.m. local time. The exact location was 61.011 degrees south, 34.375 degrees west at a depth of 10 kilometers with a USGS event ID of US Arcal. On the 17th of November 2013 at 8:04 a.m. local time, another earthquake with a magnitude of 7.7 struck the unpopulated islands Flora and Fauna. The islands bordering the Scotia Sea are rocky and partly covered in ice and snow year-round. Despite these harsh conditions, however, the islands support vegetation and have been described as the Scotia Sea Islands tundra ecoregion, which includes South Georgia, the volcanic South Sandwich Islands and the South Orkneys in the Scotia Sea, as well as the remote South Shetland Islands near the Antarctic Peninsula and the small isolated volcano called Bouvet Island. All these islands lie in the cold seas below the Antarctic convergence. These areas support tundra vegetation consisting of mosses, lichen and algae, while seabirds, penguins and seals feed in the surrounding waters. Seabirds include 4 species of albatross: black-browed albatross, grey-headed albatross, light-mantled albatross, and wandering albatross. There are only 5 species of bird that remain on land on the islands, and these include 2 endemic species, a race of the yellow-billed pintail duck and South Georgia pipit. Other birds include the southern giant petrel, with sizable colonies on Bird Island. Penguin species found here include large numbers of king penguins on South Georgia especially, as well as chinstrap penguin, macaroni penguin, gentle penguin, Adley penguin, and rockhopper penguin. Seals include the Antarctic fur seal and subantarctic fur seal in large numbers, leopard seal, Weddell seal, the huge southern elephant seal, and crab-eater seal. Threats and preservation. Although the islands have a harsh climate and have never been permanently occupied, they have long been used as a base for fishing and seal hunting. Wildlife on these remote islands is threatened by introduced species, especially on South Georgia, where even large animals, including reindeer, have been brought to the islands. Further damage to ecosystems results from overfishing. South Georgia, the South Sandwich Islands and Bouvet Island are protected as nature reserves, with Bird Island, South Georgia being a site of special scientific interest. The seals are further protected by international agreements, and fur seal populations are recovering.